A massive global summit is coming, one that's supposed to decide the entire future of artificial intelligence. Now, while most of the media is stuck on the usual political analysis, we're going to look at something different, a kind of secret forecast. It uses an ancient strategic tool to decode what's really going to happen behind all those closed doors.
So here's the big question, right? When all the world leaders finally get together to regulate AI, are we looking at a historic breakthrough for global safety? Or is this whole thing just destined for a complete breakdown? The answer is, well, it's a lot more fascinating than you might think.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's June 2026. Leaders from all over the world are gathering to create global rules for, well, everything. We're talking artificial general intelligence, autonomous weapons. The entire future of technology, the economy, and even warfare is literally on the table. The stakes could not be higher.
But there's a huge problem. The world is completely split. On one side, you've got the EU and G7 factions, and they're pushing for really strict, centralized controls. But on the other side, you've got the tech superpowers and emerging markets, and they are terrified that hitting the brakes on innovation will just kill their competitive advantage. It is a fundamental clash.
So how on earth can we predict the outcome of a geopolitical deadlock like this? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. We're going to turn to a unique analysis from Master Ming, who uses an ancient forecasting system that just cuts through all the political noise to see the hidden forces at play.
The system is called Qi Men Dun Jia. Now hold on. This isn't about some crystal ball. Think of it more like a strategic analysis tool, almost like a cosmic spreadsheet. It maps the real-world energies and forces of a situation to reveal the most likely outcomes and, more importantly, the hidden strategies.
And here we have it, Master Ming's decoder key for the whole event. You see, the regulators, they're represented by Ding. The pro-innovation side, that's Gang. The official treaty itself, that's the open door, or Qi Men. But the one to really pay attention to is the void, which, as you can probably guess, represents emptiness and weakness. Remember these, because they are absolutely crucial. Okay, so we've got the players all mapped out. Let's get to the good stuff. What hidden truths about this summit does Master Ming's Qi Men Dun Jia chart actually reveal?
Finding number 1 is about the regulators. Their symbol, Ding, is also called the Jade Maiden, and it governs secret channels and covert moves. So what does Master Ming's reading show? It shows their strategy isn't about winning the public debate at all. No, their real work, their real progress, is going to happen in the shadows.
In fact, the analysis is incredibly clear on this. The regulations that will actually have an impact won't be in that big, splashy global treaty everyone's watching. Instead, there'll be a whole network of secretive one-on-one agreements forged completely outside the official summit.
So what about the other side? Well, according to Master Ming, the pro-innovation forces, represented by Gang, are shown to be rigid, sharp, just totally uncompromising. They're going to form a really powerful and organized bloc that will successfully block any broad rules that threaten their pace of development.
But this is probably the most critical finding of all. Remember Qi Men, the open door that represents the summit's official power and its ability to enforce anything? Well, Master Ming's chart places it squarely in a sector called the void. So, what does that actually mean for the summit?
It means exactly this. That official global treaty, the one they're all going to sign on stage with the cameras flashing, it's going to have precisely 0 meaningful enforcement power. It's nothing more than an empty promise, a symbolic gesture with no teeth whatsoever. And that void of power, it stretches to money too. The reading shows that all those grand promises about sharing AI resources and funding to help developing nations catch up, those also fall right into the void. They are hollow promises that just aren't going to happen.
And believe it or not, it actually gets worse. Master Ming's chart also flags the presence of Du Men, which is a clear signal for blockades. This points to a future of intense tech protectionism, a splintered internet where countries hoard their data, and Shangmen signals conflict, indicating the summit will completely fail to regulate autonomous weapons, likely kicking off a brand new arms race.
So, after putting all of these pieces together, what's the final verdict? Let's take a look at Master Ming's core judgment, the summit's true outcome.
Let's just break it down. Global enforcement? Extremely weak. Data sharing? Nope, heavily blockaded. Military AI weapons? Get ready for unresolved conflict. The only diplomatic strategy that's actually going to work? Those covert bilateral deals. Essentially, the public summit is just theater.
The real action is happening somewhere else entirely.
But the analysis doesn't end there. Master Ming's chart has one final crucial insight that reveals the most sophisticated, subtle strategy of the entire summit.
What's so fascinating here is the elemental relationship. Say the regulators are yin fire, and the innovators are stubborn metal. Fire doesn't smash metal, right? It melts it. This means the regulators won't win with some big, forceful legal hammer. Nope. They're going to win with a very targeted flame.
And this shows us exactly how. The regulators are going to melt the resistance by targeting key individuals, not the whole group. They'll go to one tech giant and offer a juicy government contract, or maybe give another a special regulatory loophole. They will fracture the opposition by picking its leaders off one by one, gaining their quiet compliance from the inside out.
But there is one final chilling twist. According to Master Ming, while all this drama is playing out on the world stage, the chart points to a vast underground network of shadow AI development. It's happening on dark webs, completely beyond the reach of any regulator. And it is expanding, fast.
Now, this entire analysis is based on a Qi Men Dun Jia reading by Master Ming. If you're interested in more advanced insights, personalized forecasting, or even want to try a free reading for yourself, you can visit his channel at www.ming.guide.
Which leaves us with one last, pretty provocative question to think about. While all the world's leaders are negotiating in public and cutting deals in private, is it possible that the real AI arms race, the one that will truly define our future, is already being fought and maybe even won deep in the shadows?